Here I am. This is the Mojave National Preserve, also known, I think, as it's the Mojave Desert. It's morning still, even though the sun is pretty high. So it's not that hot at the moment, so I feel fine. And it's no one on the road. Well, there's someone way back there, but and then there's someone way up there. But the road is mostly deserted. Seems to be mostly a cut through, and there's like all that I share the road with mostly are the lizards. So it'll take me a while to get through this, but I'm just enjoying my time through here. It's a great place to do a little off-roading, so I gotta find a place to hunker down to take off the luggage and then have a little fun. I don't record that stuff because I don't feel like it. Yes, the Mojave Desert. It's mainly going through, if you're going from Las Vegas to LA, but if you're going to take the time to kind of take some of the back roads through it, you can, and you can get to see the big wide open desert that people like to talk about. The one thing about deserts most people don't understand is that they do get really cold and really hot, since they don't really trap any heat, and all the heat just sits during the day and then just evaporates at night, so it's possible to get really cold. For the most part, there's not much to talk about here. Yes, there was some mining that took place in here, and they have old abandoned mines. The main thing, people come here for just camping and outdoor activities. Mainly, you know, off-roading, dirt biking, ATVing. So, it's a fun place to visit, and you can say, I've been to Mojave Desert. Thing I've noticed here, there are no signs at all, like no, nothing to tell me what kind of cacti this is or whatever the hell this is. That tree, those are sharp, but my motorcycle armor is too strong for it. It's also funny, this is a nature preserve, yet I'm allowed to kind of tear through this. It's okay, the bike's doing fine. Yeah, I've been doing a little bit of off-roading so far, but I'm waiting until I get a little deeper in there, because there's like some campsites or whatnot. Maybe they have some designated trails. But yeah, there's not much to learn here. Well, obviously there's no history here. So we just enjoy the ride, enjoy the scenery. It's actually quite picturesque, although I'm sure if I was a 17th century explorer, I'd be pretty pissed off that there's no water. Okay, here we are at a memorial. I guess they keep them kind of playing around here. The cross erected in memory of dead of all wars. It actually says World War I, but apparently it was erected in 1934 as a memorial to World War I, people who had died in World War I. Little did they know what was about to happen with World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Gulf War I, Gulf War II. So desolate. Nice little picnic area. And if you're curious, zero cell phone reception. nothing. You are all out here on your own. Which is a good reason why I have tools to fix minor problems with the bike, and even water and food, should the need actually ever get there. But I'm already starting to see some campers, people who have just pulled up and camped the night. So, I mean, it seems pretty desolate. I mean, there's some people over there, and it seems pretty desolate, but it's actually not very, because there are people around. But it is scenic, and it's not too foreboding as long as you remember that you can drive out. Well, here I am. I'm in Kelso, in the Mojave Desert. This is the train station. This was a big railroad town back in the World War II days. See, the transport, a lot of the machinery and stuff back and forth across the country required hada to be. Okay. Union Pacific's the overland route. And this was a boomtown for a lot of engineers and people, because this was like a stopping point and the quickest way to get across the country. I mean, it's out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, just look at this town. This is great. Now, it has some things explaining Kelso. This is so cool. I mean, there's just little things. They had a jail. Now, here's the thing that blows my mind. They have a post office, and it's closed. Do you know how rare that is? It takes an act of God to close a post office. And they actually have one that's closed. The Kelso jail, that was literally it. Yeah, you would not want to go to jail in Kelso. World War II boomtown. Oh, you know, from a distance, those white sands over there almost look white, so it looks like clouds, and then also almost looks like snow. The desert tortoise. I have not seen one. I've seen a lot of lizards. Okay. Whew. Things to see. There's no gas station inside the park. Carry a drink, plenty of water. In case of emerging, call 911. I don't know who you're going to call. There's no service. Drive only has to. Oh. Yeah, drive on the stove. Yeah, I did that. A nice little rest stop. Funny, they say the visitor center will be open. You could get lunch, but it's not. It's about an hour overdue, too. Speeding, blah, blah, blah. Okay. You've pretty much seen all of Kelso. There's some ranger services stations over there. Well, here we are at the Mojave Dunes, or the Kelso Dunes, I think they call them. Parked back there. This is obviously a walking trail that goes up to the dunes. They actually recommend that you walk to the top of them, but they, oddly enough, don't give a distance of how far that is, because it can be, like distances you see can be deceiving. They say the peak of the dunes are 600 feet. They cover 25,000 square feet. Oh, no, it's more than that. 25,000 square miles. That could be it. And they say this is just a small portion you see here. So I'll walk until it's convenient. Then I shall stop. But yeah, keeping a look at it. I want to see a tortoise. I'm sure they blend in well with the environment. But other things, they say you can hear a boom sometimes from the dunes. What the boom is as sand cascades down the sands, it actually reverberates, puts some kind of like a sound amplification sound wave occurs in the sand. So it'll make it sound like a boom. And I guess this is only one out of 30 sand dunes in the world that actually does that. Now, even though the sun's beating down on me, the temperature at the moment's got to be mid-70s. So, I mean, I'm dressed in like obviously motorcycle gear in case I fall or something on the road. But if this was like 90s, I probably would have stopped and said, like, okay, that's close enough. But since it's cooler, I feel like I can go a little closer. I mean, as for climbing to the top, I don't see that happening, but you never know. See that when we get a little closer. Especially because I'm in boots. I'm in those motorcycle boots, so getting through sand, because if it is like fine granular sand, that's going to be like, trudging. So, we'll see. Oh, if I could see a coyote, that'd be cool too. And just a panoramic. Oh, place is great. Look at it. Okay, I've gone as far as I'm going to go. I've actually walked kind of an extensive way through the sand. The sand itself is kind of like beach sand consistency. So to climb those would be a hellish feat. If I remember correctly from when I was riding in, there are bigger hills past those, so. And just from when I got into the sand to here took, I don't know, 25 minutes, 25 minutes. And those don't look that closer. So I imagine it would take me another 25 minutes to get to the base of them. Then who knows how long to walk to the top of them. Probably just not to see a whole lot more. So instead I'll stop here. I mean, it's going to be a good, well, once I get through the sand, good 45-minute walk back to the bike. Plus, I can actually feel, like, the temperature from when I started walking to now has definitely risen a few degrees, easily like 7-8 degrees. So the heat is starting to pour in. So. Not going to do a whole lot more. Instead, I'm just going to enjoy the view. I'll stay here and listen, see if I can hear a boom or something from the sand cascading down, although I kind of doubt it. It's not that windy today, so I don't see there be much sand, but I'll give it a short listen here. Well, if you're curious, I heard a number of birds, a few insects, and no boom. Two possibilities. One, I'm too far away. Two, not enough wind to actually start any kind of a cascade down the mountain. I suspect probably 1 and 2. I mean, there is a very, very gentle breeze. So, and the other thing, Well, there are these little tracks. I assume those are lizard tracks. And that and this seems to be a popular spot because I see a lot of dog tracks. They're not coyotes because they're right near where all the people are walking, and they stray off the trail and they go back to the trail. So those are definitely like people's pet dogs, because you see all the different sizes of them. So some people in this area obviously have some big dogs, and someone's walking something the size of like oh, look at that little guy. Someone's walking something the size of a pug. Nice little wizard. Wizard. Okay. Well, obviously I'm not going to catch you or do anything with you. Just enjoying your scenic beauty. Doo -doo -doo. Go on, lizard. Do lizard life. Okay. But yeah, someone walks their small dog around there. There's some of the tracks. And then there's some bigger dog tracks around here. And they all hover around the people trail. And those are the dunes. Okay, just to correct some of the things I did wrong. I said 25,000 square miles. It's actually only 45 square miles. It's 25,000 years old. And it's a weird quirk, they say. What ends up happening is the wind tends to come out of the northwest, and it blows them towards those mountains, and the mountains redirect it so it falls back on the sand. So that's how the dunes work here. So that's pretty much it for the Mojave National Wildlife Preserve desert thing. And well, probably only 10 miles from the exit, so I'm gonna miss it. Here I am at just a rock formation out in the middle of nowhere, enjoying the day. I mean, it's pretty abandoned because it's a weekday, so not a lot of people here, so you can have a whole lot of like time to yourself on the road. I mean, there are some people obviously, but nothing too much to concern about traffic wise. So I have it all. On some level, I almost think that I've been here before, but I don't think I've been through this desert before, but could be. I've been in a lot of places. And that rock formation is not exactly, I don't want to say like unique. I mean, they're all unique, but the color and the kind of style is. Oh, the one other thing is actually I did see a tortoise. It was right on the road. I didn't feel like it was worthwhile to turn around on a 2-lane road to get a picture of a tortoise, because really it was quite unremarkable.